get a hold of them. I'm trying to look at this. I used to be able to see. Yeah, it's running about, according to this watt meter, it's running about 55 watts. It claims to run 50. The SWR is a little bit over what I'd like to see it.
N1QOV.
All right, I'll let you guys check it out. Maybe you can give you a little recording of your audio there. If you need me for anything else, I'll be here listening. KB1 Radio.
Okay, Mario. Yeah, Obi, can you record? I'm just looking at this SWR. It's a twin needle watt meter, SWR meter, and it's just over a 2 actually right now. I don't know why that is.
Okay, I'm recording. I just happened to be going by the radio, heard you. I tuned up and started recording, but I have to go do a few things. So if you can scare up some QSOs, I'll leave it recording for as long as I think it goes for an hour or two. So you scare up some QSOs and I'll have it running. See you later, N1QOV.
All right. Well, you don't have to leave it running though, because I just was trying this out. I'm just sitting here with the manual and going through the steps and learning how to use the thing. And I went right to 9-1, see if I could work that. So I don't know. I may not be chatting. I might be doing a lot of reading there. So good enough. Talk to you later. N1QLV. This is N1AND.
N1AND, KC1BYD.
Hi, Rich. KC1BYD. This is N1AND. What's up?
Well, we're running the same, not the same radio, but the same system fusion. So if you can figure that out, that would be awesome. We have the same settings and such. I've got a new HT coming that's going to have the same gadgets and gizmos in it. So you can take pictures with it, send texts, all that kind of funky stuff with your touchscreen. And I'd like to add you as a what they call a group member, if you don't mind, and we can play with that a little bit. It gives us like a sonar radar type thing to where you'll see when I'm on and all that kind of stuff, and we can send pictures, text back and forth in group, individualized groups if you want.
Yeah, well, this radio has C4 FM, but it does not. It won't do the high-speed data there. It won't transmit pictures or that sort of thing.
Because when I read it, I thought it did, because I was interested in that one too, and I'd never heard of anybody getting one. I thought all the C4 FM did that type of technology, the system fusion.
No, this one won't do that. It does, digital voice and all that, like D-Star, like ICOM's D-Star and that stuff. But you have on that, you've got a 400, don't you? And you have a special microphone that'll take photos of things, take images. This doesn't do that.
Do you have the same group function where, it keeps track, it's like a caller ID for your radio. So anybody within your group shows up on your screen like a radar, and you can backtrack them or, go to their location or use a GPS to find them.
Oh, well, this thing, evidently, I haven't, I just got it, but I've been reading the manual here, and from what I understand, this will, do like packet stuff and that, and it will, you can program, put your call sign in there. It will automatically send your call sign in when it's operating in that mode. I assume, I haven't read the manual enough yet to tell for sure, but I assume it'll do APRS and that kind of thing.
Very cool. If you get to the part in the manual where you have a optional chip to put in for the voice, if you give me the number, I have a chip sitting here. If it's the same one, I'll give it to you, so you can install it.
Yeah, okay. I do know that in the literature here it says in little tiny print talks about the C4 FM for the voice and all that, and but it says it will not do the photos and pictures.
Oh, very good. Let me know about that chip, and like I said, I will give it to you, no cost. I don't care. So if you want to install it, if it's the same chip, I'll send it to you or get it to you somehow. I don't know where Munson is, so I can't just drop it off.
Somewhere in the wilds of Massachusetts. Yeah, well, I always say if the world needed an enema, you know how that goes. Munson would be the point. Anyway, yeah, thanks for that. I'm going to do some reading, and a lot of reading. This manual is like a telephone book here, but there's a lot of features to this thing, and I really love this touch screen. You touch this, and then you can, it brings up a whole different bunch of menus every time you touch something.
Oh, absolutely. You're going to have fun with that. Mine's about the same thickness of a phone book for all the functions. You can set different colors on your APRS screens and messages and different ringtones and all kinds of stuff. It's really fun to play with. Lots of buttons and bells, whistles.
Yeah, it's quite a rig. I'm kind of wondering why I'm getting a kind of a high SWR. The antenna is not adjustable. It's an Arrow 8900, which I bought to go with my 8900 quad bander, but I got it hooked up to this radio for the time being to try out the repeater features. But the SWR seems higher on this, but the power is way higher too. It's pushing near 60. It's supposed to be 50 watt output.
I was having difficulties last night at about 11 o'clock. I got a new meter, and it's supposed to be a cross needle. Only one needle's working, and I'm not quite sure which one of the four graphs I'm supposed to be reading to check the SWRs. It appeared to me that the watts were reading just about right, but, being new to this hobby, I don't know how to read the meter.
Well, if you got a twin needle meter, when you key the mic, if the needle going off to the right doesn't move, well, that's good. that's the bottom 1-to-1 SWR. But where the two needles cross, they usually both move, and where they cross, you'll have those little lines going down. Tells you the SWR. And mine is on the high side of the 2 mark. But like I say, the power is higher than I expected also. But anyway, there's no adjustment on the antenna. It is what it is.
Oh, roger that. I got an MFJ 864 twin needle, and if that's the case, the right needle didn't move at all. So I guess that's pretty close as what you're going to get. The left needle is the only one that moved, so that must be my wattage.
Yeah, the left is the wattage, and in the right, the scale on the right one, actually on the top, the suite also tells you wattage in reflected, and but to read the SWRs where those two needles cross, you'll see the little scale, all those little lines running down through there. I'm putting out almost 60 watts, and I got about 10 watts reflected, which is giving me a little over a 2 SWR. I'd rather see it below a 2, but as I say, this antenna has one little adjustable stub on the top, but it's for 10 meters. It works 10, 6, 2, and 440.
Well, maybe it's just something as simple as getting into that intelligent tuner there and fine-tuning that just a bit. I didn't read up on it too much because it's a little bit out of my price range for the time being. I think Gigaparts had it for about 16, I think it was. So that's going to be a wish list thing.
Yeah, well, the automatic tuner doesn't work on 2 meters or 440. It works on HF and 6, but it doesn't tune on 2 meters or 440. But anyway, Well, I'm getting out all right with it anyway, and like I say, the output wattage is more than what they claim and the output will be. It says 100 watts on HF and 6, and 50 on 2 meters and 440. And right now I'm above above 55 anyway. So okay, I got to do some reading, Rich, and I'll talk to you later. N1AND.
Very good, Doug. KC1BYD, good luck. Maybe it's just that connection issue you were talking about swapping over coaxes. Very good luck to you, and let me know how you make out. KC1BYD will be standing by listening. K1FFK.
N1AND.